Alright, welcome back to my tutorial videos where I briefly explain about the game Toaru Imaginary Fest, what you can do, what should you do, and so on. So I want to cover firstly the menu, what can you do in the game, what do those buttons mean. So at first we have the home button, which is like this title screen, I guess, where you can find all other buttons and some information about current events. There is on the top right is a little heart. It says time left until you can meet your character. I will talk about that in another video where I cover the daily missions. So for now I want to start with the character button here. You have three sub-menus to select from. The bottom one, the character list, is a list with all available characters in the game. There is one thing you instantly notice, there is like a red diamond on top. This signals that there are new characters available for you to claim because you collected enough shards to get them. Usually those are characters from a special event where you earn their shards instead of getting them directly. So you can just press this button here if you have 150 character shards, and then you can unlock the new character. And you have a fancy animation, and there's a character. And afterwards the character will disappear from the list. So if I do this one with the summer index as well, you will see now that there is no more red crystal on top of this tab, and this one still has it. So what are those tabs? What did I just do? This is battle characters list, and this is assist characters list. I choose the default settings for the filters because it shows the characters I can craft at the top of the list. So this is sorted by character, and that's pretty much it. So if you want to have a better sorting, I recommend, or people usually recommend, that you use this option here, which sorts the characters by grade. Grades are the power level, so to say, they get from raising them with food. I will explain it in a bit. And there are plenty of other filter options for you to discover, so I will briefly go over them. I don't know what everything does, so have this in mind if you play around. Obviously those filter buttons, you can check which type of color you want to see for your characters. Simple as that. I only see blue and green characters now. You can also filter per side, like science side, magic side, and so on. And there are some others I normally don't use. So what are those sorting buttons here? You have the ranking, which is a level you can raise with books. You have the black star and the golden star. The golden star is actually the card base rarity. As you can see, I have my 3 stars here, and if I reverse the order to make it ascending, I have 1 star here, followed by the second stars, and so on. And if you sort by the black star, it shows your total stars. So I have like the 3 stars here, and if I would switch the sorting, it should show my fully starred characters at the top. Other options right here are sorted by different power values. So let's look, we have, this is physical attack power, mental attack power, physical defense, mental defense. This should be dexterity, I could be wrong. Let's check. No, it's not dexterity, it's like total strength. Dexterity is this icon. This is those kanjis. So there's no dexterity here. I don't know what this is. Because basically, if you want to ask for advice in Discord, you usually are asked to sort the characters with grades and descending by the strongest first. There's also a filter option if you know the name directly for the characters written in kanji. For this you can Google the characters if you have BlueStacks, copy the kanji name and then just paste it inside and filter it to see all the characters with a certain name. That's basically all about the character view. As you already noticed earlier here, you see all the characters in the game, even though some aren't obtainable anymore because they are limited. Alright, so go back to the submenu and now have a look at character strengthening. So this one is pretty straightforward. As you can see here, I already sorted my characters based on grade and descending. So what can you do here? Usually you have all characters listed, and as you can see here with my Black Wings accelerator, I have a little star right here, which means I have enough stars collected to up his stars count. So I can go over here and press this button. It will consume those shards. It gives me a brief overview how much stats I gain by raising him. Yeah, sure. Rate him up. Then you will get a new animation if you raise the char to 6 stars. Sometimes there is a difference in the art. It gets more effects added to it. You can look at it in another part of the game to toggle the artworks on and off to see the difference. So other tabs here to see what you can do is on the first page you raise the grade. My grade level right now is 53. And at the time I'm recording this video, the maximum grade level for battle characters is 55. So you spend the food, which are farmable during story stages and also are some reward in the special food reward boxes. You will see them when I cover them in the event videos. Right on the left side you see how much do you have right now, on the right how much do you need, and also how much money it costs to increase the stat. So there are also the icons which have a special meaning, like the red fist is a physical offensive, the blue book is mental offensive, green shield should be physical defense, and this one should be the mental defense, and the purple should be dexterity. So after you got all of those 5 normal colors food thingies upgraded, you are able to upgrade the rainbow one. So let's do the normal one quickly. Yeah, now I have the purple one. And as you can see on the right, it marks every icon, so if you push the purple one level higher, so you get one more grade, it gets a big boost in stats. So that's why you usually want to push those together, and I prefer to wait for raising those other food items until I'm ready with the food counts on the rainbow one. Now it says everything which just got raised just now, and there it is. I got grade 55 now on Black Wings Accelerator. As you can see here, I'm not having enough food right now, so I can press this button right here. And it shows me which stages are available to farm this food. And there's also the food exchange right here, where you can exchange 5 of the certain food for 1 of the food you want to have. So if I want to have this one with just food exchange, I need to spend 125 food materials to get this up to 25. Usually you want to push this and then use your skip tickets to farm. The drop rate is usually pretty low, So it's recommended to heavily invest stamina into farming those mats during bonus food events or bonus food campaigns. Those are usually 2 times a month. Alright, on the next tab we have the character level. The character level can be raised up until your player level, which increased every now and then. So you always need to keep investing books. Also, the higher the level, the more books you need to invest to level them up. So if you can see here, if I want to get 1 more level, I need to spend all of those lower books and 13 red books. And if I press maximum, I need to spend 300 red books to get them as high as 136. And the next tab you have the 2 skills. Well, basically this one is a skill. So the base skill he has, which have normally you have a cooldown for X amount of turns. If you hold, tap on it or mouse click and hold, you will see the skill details. And if you can read Japanese, you can know what the character does. If not, there are some translations available in the Discord bots and also on the Google Docs Excel sheet. So right here this says it's going to last for 3 turns. There should also be a cooldown somewhere, I don't know where I can find it actually, until the skill is available again. And this one is the ultimate. And it's recommended to inform yourself what the skill does and then check whether or not you should level the skill itself. Because sometimes the bonus you get from this skill level is useful and sometimes it's not so useful. Same with the passive abilities, which is the 4th tab. Each character usually has 2 passives, and if you click on them it also says the description. Usually there are, well, as of right now there are 4 different kinds of materials, and those bottles or those big scrolls are like the highest tier of passive material we currently have. So spend them with care. Don't just press them or put all to maximum, let's go, because it's pretty expensive and you waste important materials for maybe useless passives. I already covered this one, and this one is a pretty new addition to the game. It's called Awakening. So when some characters are possible to awaken, those have this little flower icon right here. And if I click on the character, and I think when it's colored, like it's gray, it's the character has Awakening available, but if it's colored you can awaken him. And Awakening just is another mechanic where you get randomly a chance to increase his stats. So the first one is always the attack stats, and you have 1 for physical defense, 1 for mental defense, and the bottom one is for HP. Usually you just want to raise the attack power. So for this you press this button, then you can decide if you have 1 or 2 or maybe maximum tickets. Then you press this button to invest the tickets, or the left one to cancel. And then it will just go automatically and show you the increase. Sometimes you get lucky and skip a few steps, but yeah. It could also fail, as you can see right now, but you can never drop down. There is no guarantee that you need to spend 30 or 40 tickets to max everything out. It vastly differs. Usually with the average luck I have seen so far, you need to spend 30 to 40 tickets on average to get the stat from D1 to the maximum of S4. There should be information right here. Yes, there is. As you can see, there are 3 subdivisions for D and C, 4 for B, 5 for A, and 5 for S, which briefly covers the stats also. Even though you unlock the increase at 5-star, you can easily spend the Awakening tickets already, because if you get to 6-star, you automatically get the race bonus. But people and the devs said that your chances to increase the tiers and spend less tickets could be a possibility for 6-star, but so far I haven't noticed a difference. If you in terms of ticket usage, between 5 and 6 star. It should be around the same from my experience at least. Alright, that's basically the main thing about the tabs. I want to show you one more thing, and that's if you have like a low grade character. Let's say we have this accelerator right here, and you kind of want to fast level him but not waste all your materials and books just for him. So you can press this button right here, this automatic button, and those are the checkboxes. You can remove this, then it will only grade one level. But usually what I like to do is, before going to here, I go to this page and enter level 90 or whatever level you prefer as an in-between step for your skill level. And then I use this amount of books to get a character to level 90. Then I go into the auto upgrade stuff and check everything and uncheck this one. This one uses books to raise the character ranking or the character level, which I don't want in this case, because then I only spend enough skill for the skills. I spend the money, the MC, and for the passives I spend the pills and the scrolls to get the character to the level I just entered, so in my case level 90. And this is the food I spent, which is not connected to the passive or skill, but is also connected to the level the character has. So as you can see, after the animation is done, I have my skills at level 90, my food stuff, my passive stuff is at level 90, and my food stuff is has gone as far as it can. So now, if you want to improve him further, you can also click this button again, but uncheck this. This is for the skill specifically, so that's why there is an MC cost here that would get my characters to the maximum level I have and also raise the skill accordingly, which is not what I prefer. How do I spend my resources? So I uncheck this and only would raise the skill level and also the grade level. Usually I just uncheck everything besides the food and do the level stuff right here, so I don't waste any of those pills. Nowadays it's a bit easier to farm those pills, but still MC and the pills might be a problem for beginners, so spend with care. And the last thing I want to cover for now is the team organization screen. It's pretty simple. You have the possibility and 5 slots at the bottom to build some prototype teams, and it shows your strength. You can share those teams with others, but there's also a feature I like to show you, which is this one. On this, let's say, download button, you have the possibility to store your teams into like a cloud or something like that, and you see you have more slots available. It's 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 slots, which are double the amount. And the teams you build here, let's say I have this green team here, I want to save it, so I press this button and say, yeah, I think I don't need this mental team anymore. I press this middle button and then it overrides my green team and places it in this area. This area here is accessible for every position where I need a team, and then I can just download it from here. This is only stored on your device, I think, so it's well, it's not account specific, I think, because when I switch from handheld of my phone to PC, it lost the teams. So if I go to the right tab here and let's say I have I have my right mental team here and I don't need it anymore. I want maybe this blue team right here. I can press the right button and it will actually place it right here, and I can accept, and it's right there. I think that's basically it. What I want to cover right now. There's also on the top right this update button which toggles what you can see. Those are the stats. Usually it's recommended to either have the ranking or even more better the grades. And yeah, you can see I under-leveled my Itsuwa a bit, which is fine. And on the right there's some sort of auto builder, which is not recommended, but if you don't want to spend any time on team building, you can check something you want, press some buttons, what the algorithm should focus on when building teams, and then you have an automatic team. Alright, and that's basically all I have to say for now, so thank you for watching and see you next time.